tell you about.
Okay.
All right. Hello, hello.
Hello.
I don't know if, oh, there's Mika.
Hi,
Hello,
Mika.
Mika. All right. Is anybody else here? Is anyone else joining us for our extravaganza, our
I
sprinting extravaganza?
assume
No.
not.
So
But
here's
see.
what I wanted to tell you. Mika,
Yes.
how are you? Tell us everything.
Yes.
Tina, I tried to watch your scary movie reaction thing. I
Yeah.
couldn't.
You couldn't do it. Which one did you
No,
try?
because I'm doing this, right? I'm like, oh my God, I can't watch the scary movie part. So I
Which,
was like, this is not working.
which one did you try?
I don't remember. Probably the first one that
Okay.
you sent me that I clicked on.
She's terrified of scary movies, and I think Scream is a
Me too.
classic. Yeah.
Me too.
And she does like her shows it, and she does show, like I said, a little bit more gore. So I wouldn't, obviously it seemed
Yeah.
like it was going to, but I couldn't even finish her Terrifier reaction. Normally, like I love watching reactions to that movie because it's so nasty, but because then I get to hear spoilers and not see any of the nastiness. But she definitely showed a bit more of it. But I think Scream's a classic, and so I thought don't care about spoilers. You have
Right, yeah, I
probably
don't care
seen
about
it
spoilers because I'm
before.
never going to watch the movie.
Yeah.
But I couldn't even watch because obviously she's going to show, or because you can hear, right? And
Yeah.
I like, the reason why she's screaming is the same reason why I'm doing this. So it just didn't
Okay.
work for me.
Mm.
But I'll tell you what I did find that did work for me. Gogglebox.
Gogglebox. Okay.
So what Gogglebox is, and I would say this worked for me a little bit. Um,
Mm.
actually a lot. Even
Okay.
though so they have it's a TV show
Okay.
in the UK. And
Mm.
then they also have it, I think, in Australia or something. I don't know where those people are. They sound Australian to me with their accent, but they
Okay.
definitely have it in the UK. And it's like, I don't know, 4 or 5 different families or groups of friends get together um, and watch. Clearly, the program tells them what they're watching.
Okay.
And I don't, they do it on like one night of the week or whatever. The program must say you cannot watch any TV
Okay.
until you like watch, these are the programs that we've decided we're going to feature for the week.
Okay.
And it basically just shows that it's the same thing. It shows these families or groups of friends watching the program and reacting to it
Huh. Okay.
and making comments. So it'd be like what you and your mom and dad probably do when you're sitting around in the living room watching,
A movie.
National Geographic Explorer, and it's doing this stuff. So
Okay.
I actually highly, highly enjoyed that
Okay.
because they would
Good.
say funny things, or they would be like, so sometimes it's quiz shows that they're watching,
Oh, okay.
like the
Yeah.
interaction between people. Like sometimes it's movies,
Okay.
sometimes it's quiz shows, sometimes it's the news, sometimes like it's all kinds of different programs.
Huh. That's
Um,
interesting.
and so you get to hear, it's not so much that they're reacting as scared, but it's they're like watching a TV show together and then talking about it.
Hmm. That's
So I much enjoyed that. There was no
oh.
fear.
Oh my gosh. My cat tried to jump on my bed. She got it. She did it. Okay, honey. Are you okay? Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying I much preferred that. There
Yeah.
was, I mean, sometimes uh they would watch like a scary movie,
Yeah.
and then I would again be like this, and you would like, but yeah,
Yeah.
good,
Yeah.
good.
I mean, you don't have to watch the scary movie ones. Like
Yeah.
Dylan is in trouble. He doesn't always watch scary. I think I sent I don't know which one I sent you from him, but he did a whole like 3 hour episode of talking about he watched every single episode of Friends, and then he did a video talking about every
Okay,
episode. I think you like Friends.
I do.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I liked it a lot more back when it was first on. I don't think
Okay.
it has aged very well.
No, yeah,
But, yeah, I did like it a lot back in the day, which I don't know what that says about me, but yeah,
yeah. I watched it. I watched it in I don't know what year I watched it.
yeah.
I was like 14. I watched the whole entire thing, but he has a reaction to that. I like that. He has a lot of like,
Yeah, so that would be okay.
no, yeah. Mm.
Yeah. especially now since it didn't age well. That would
Yeah.
be probably interesting. Tara, yeah, I wouldn't watch it if you gave me $10,000. Ooh, I might watch it if you gave me $10,000. I mean, I will sell
Yeah.
myself for, no, I won't. I will not.
No, but I always say there's almost nothing I wouldn't do for money. Few things. I would say probably religious things are up there, but most things. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this on the internet, but
I feel like this is not gonna. This could end badly.
but I don't
Let's
know what
clarify. I won't do anything on the
I,
dark web. I won't do anything illegal. I won't do anything immoral. Yeah.
okay.
Oh, Tina's like, but me, no.
I would. There's like people ask like, would you punch your mother in the face for a couple $1 million?
I feel like I don't want you to answer this question. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Okay.
This is getting into very like tricky territory.
Yeah. Let's not. Okay. You can't let that. I'm sorry. So for Mika, since she wasn't in the you need to not do that, honey. I have my cat who just got fixed, and she's trying to lick the incision. Don't lick that. Don't growl at me.
Oof. Does your cat have like they put the collars on the dog? Do they do that to cats too?
No. They literally said, oh, if she's looking at it or it's she's bothering with it, just run over here and grab a cone. And we're like, we can't run anywhere. Like we're not.
Right.
That's not happening. We can't really get out that often. And I should have freaking said, can I just get a cone anyway? Because we're not leaving. Like we can't. We're not coming down soon. So darn it. But we didn't. I didn't say it. So we're just gonna have to stop her every time she does it. We did that with Holly, and it was a little annoying, but it wasn't that difficult. Christians, what are you doing right now? Okay. So I'm gonna keep having to reach over and tell her. But the incision looks very good. She's not in pain. She seems fine. She's, I don't know, her normal. She's very groggy, very sleepy.
Still, when did this happen? Yesterday or today?
Yesterday.
Okay. And she's still really groggy.
Yeah. I don't know. I maybe more than Holly was. Don't exactly remember. That was a couple years ago. But then so they gave us pain medicine for her. They gave us 3 pills. And the doctor said you can crush them up and you can dissolve them in water if necessary. So we thought, since she hasn't eaten, for 24 hours, right? Let's crush it up, put it in a little pile of her favorite treat, and offer that up to her. She refused to eat it.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think maybe she would eat it now.
She didn't eat anything.
She's eaten some dry food last night.
Treat. That's interesting.
But she wouldn't eat it. No. And it was I don't know. Maybe it was 4 hours after we got home or whatever. So maybe she was still like upset or whatever. But so then we gave her half of a pill because
I feel like being upset is the reason why I need the treat.
Yeah. But she was, I don't know. If I was upset, sure, but she's a cat. She is. Like they don't.
She has her own way of doing things.
Yes. And apparently cats don't like to show when they're in pain, and they mask that. She's pretty good at telling you when she's in pain.
Okay.
When you get a cat, you're not supposed to. Who cares what's supposed to? But like you're really, if you find a stray cat on the street and you bring it into the vet, first thing our vet tells us to do is we need to do, it's expensive but it's necessary, a feline leukemia test. And if they have feline leukemia, it's fatal. It is basically fatal. You can give it to other cats, and if they have it, it's just a waste of money to do all that procedure. Let's put them down. So we had her for a couple of weeks by the time we took her to the vet, because my dad was like, we're not spending money on another cat. He was upset about having another cat. We sprung it on him. So we take him, and my parents did it. I wasn't there. And my parents said she screamed at the top of her lungs. So loud. They're in like the like patient room, and the cat's back in like the area where they do stuff. and they heard her scream so loud, and they felt so bad because I guess they had to take her blood to do the test or whatever. I'm not sure, whatever it was. So yeah, so she's not a pain master. She's pretty good at telling you, which I'm grateful for. But yeah, she didn't have feline leukemia, which is a good thing.
Oh, she did not have it.
She did not have it. No.
Oh, okay, I thought you said she did, and I was like, what?
No, yeah, she would be. Yeah. So thing is if you bring a cat home who has feline leukemia and you have another cat, they're gonna give it to it.
Yeah,
So,
that's interesting that feline leukemia, like that they can transmit a blood. Is is leukemia a blood disease? I don't know. Like,
leukemia is in humans. It's different from cats to humans.
yeah,
But I believe it's blood cancer in humans.
yeah, but it's something completely different in cats. It just has the same name.
Yeah, I think it has something to do with blood, but it's not cancer. Yeah, and it is contagious.
Yeah, and it's fatal.
Yeah, cats can live a couple of years with it, but it is terminal, I guess, at the end of the day. So that's what they said to do. But she obviously didn't have it. I think we also got her vaccinated for it, and then all the other vaccines she needs. But yeah, so she's doing well. And we were out all day yesterday because we were like, why drive there, drive home, drive there, drive home? You mean? So we just stayed out all day from like 8 o'clock in the morning till 2 p.m. when we had to go pick her up. So we were just at Walmart. We were at Lowe's. Back to Walmart. Went to Goodwill. We went to 2 tire shops. And I went to Lowe's.
Okay.
I know I'm talking about random stuff. We went to Lowe's. These are all paint samples.
All right. What's your plan with these?
My plan is to use them as bookmarks.
Oh, okay.
So I would say about 30 of these, probably maybe that many or something like that. I got online or got at the store previously. I took a couple. But you could order them online on Vastbar's website. Not sponsored. You could order them for free. They'll just ship 10 of them to you for free. You pick the colors, 10 maximum. You could also do Sherwin-Williams, but they're so tiny. It's like, I don't want ones. So
does this mean you're going to start reading again?
That's what my mom said. She was like, "This means you're going to start reading again?" I'm like, "Okay, let's go home."
Yeah, no, I feel like your spirit is becoming revived in that way. Like your whatever funk was going on with you and your reading is maybe you're coming out of it.
Mm. I did finish a book the other day that wasn't for book club. So,
yeah. All right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Amazing Readathon. I forgot to mention. I just remembered that Amazing Readathon was announced the other day.
When is it happening? In June?
Yes, it's happening in June, all through June. It's more casual than last year. Not more casual, but so hopefully I'm not spoiling this for anyone, but there's 4 different teams, and then there is a casual team. So those 4 are competitive. This team isn't competitive.
Okay.
And then you get all.
If I'm doing it, I'm going to be competitive.
Yeah, I joined non-competitive because I thought I was like, my mom. I was like, I'm not going to join. Mom was like, you're not going to join. Like she wanted. I was like,
you always do it. Mika, are you doing it?
Yeah, I'm assuming Mika's doing it. I'm curious what team Mika is on because I was looking at the teams and I'm like, I don't know which one she would join because last year it was
what they
are. They were just vibes. Like maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong about that. They were just like
Amazing Readathon. Like, how do I find it if I'm looking it up on YouTube? Oh, I'm not on YouTube.
You look up
if I'm looking it up.
You look up Amazing Readathon. It's 4 paws and a book, and that's the name of the channel. I believe 4 spelled out. She has a bunch of dogs.
4 paws.
4 paws, yeah, and a book.
Okay.
And she did the announcement the other day, on the 3rd, the 4th. I think she did on the 4th.
Okay.
And then
yeah.
And there's
Mika,
a Discord.
what team are you on? So you have to join a team.
You have
I'm
to
not joining casual. If I join,
yes,
I'm joining a team.
So she explains it. I think no criticism to her, but I think for me the way she explains it is not really like it's hard to comprehend. So there's a sign-up sheet in the description. You have to sign up via the sign-up sheet, and every book you read, you submit through a sign-up sheet they provide. So you have to be in the Discord. They said you can.
You know how much I love the Discord.
Yeah, yeah, I know. You have to. You can turn off basically all the other notifications and just get the important ones. So like if you click on like the Discord thing, you like just click on notifications, basically right there. So yeah, and then what else? I don't know, but there's 4 teams. They're kind of themed, but not really. They're kind of, it's gonna be magical this year. So we're not going to real cities. We're not going to like Paris and Rome. We're going to like
fake cities.
Yes, fake cities. I don't know if it's going to be real fake cities like Hogwarts or Mystic Falls or something.
Right.
Or maybe it'll be a mix of those ones and ones she's created. Or
oh my gosh, this sounds like even more work for her.
Yeah. Yes. And then what else is it what else? I don't know what I was gonna say, but all 10 prompts are announced. So when you get, they're in no specific order and you don't know what cities they're for, but so people can make a TBR. Because last time you had no clue what the prompts are, they were dropped at a certain time and then that was the time it started.
Okay, so you can do a little bit of planning.
Yes. And the sightseeing prompts, so the additional, if you read more than 10 books in a month,
right?
Those are secret until.
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
I haven't signed up yet. I'm sure I'll be up to it directly after Escape the Readathon. Are you being sarcastic? Or are you being real? Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah. I'll be up to it. Okay. Yeah. I was like, are you being sarcastic? I'm sure I'll be up to it. Yeah. No, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Definitely. Yeah.
Escape the Readathon. That the one thing that Tina and Mika do every year, and I never do, the year that I'm like, oh, I think I'm going to do it, neither one of you. Oh no, you signed up for the casual team. Okay. Okay.
And I will be participating. It's just I might not be reading like a ton. And it's not gonna I'm not gonna win or lose or whatever. But I think we'll still be able to participate just like everyone else will.
All right. I'm gonna look at it and see. So we don't know what the prompts are right now. You have to sign up to get the prompts.
No, they're in the announcement video.
Oh, okay. So let me look and see. And if the prompts seem like there's something interesting to me.
They're easy.
Yeah.
They're in my opinion, they're way easier than the last 2 years' prompts. But that's for my reading, right?
And it's 10 books in a month plus all the side stuff.
Yes. If you want to do sightseeing and then face off weekend, which is
I do because I want my team to win. Hello.
Yeah. So it's you get 5 sightseeing books per book. So they're going to announce, and then she's going to announce 5 sightseeing books and then the main prompt. And then you get bonus points if you read LGBTQ or if you read your team's prompt. Each team gets like a prompt, like a book set at a school. And then that's actually one of them. And if you read a book set at a school, you get an extra 50 points. Yeah. So.
All right. I will check this out and see what the prompts are and see what the teams are and see what I think about it. And we'll see if I'm going to join it or not. And see, I need to look ahead and see what my June is going to be like.
Yeah.
It could be busy.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope it's busy, because money. Be busy with work.
Yeah.
This has been a bit of a quiet month, which is good because I had stuff to do. But anyway. All right, 5:20. We need to read.
Yeah.
Or we'll still be reading this book during the amazing readathon.
I hope not. Where is I purposely grabbed my remote, which I had lost for days, and now I can't freaking find it. But I'm assuming you're just reading 2 chapters. Maybe we'll read. Yeah.
So I think, hang on, let me see when I open my book where it opens to. I think we're at chapter 30. Is that what you guys think too?
That sounds like it makes sense, but I'm not sure. trying to look at it. Where the hell is this remote at? Oh, there it is. Got it. Okay.
Yes, mine opens up at chapter 30. And where we left off is she found that creepy drawing
Oh, yes.
in her friend's room.
Yes. And it's getting
in the room that her friend was staying in.
Yes, it's getting interesting though. It's definitely there's lots going on. And we're 70% in, which means we're basically done.
We're basically figuring out who the killer is.
Yes.
And we're finally going to find out if Gabby survives the book.
Yeah.
I still think, I don't see how she does, but I feel like she has to, because this would be too big of a deal for her to be murdered and chopped up.
I mean, maybe it would be like maybe it would be. Maybe it would, to have
Tempe
her.
will never forgive herself. Tempe
I
will
don't
never recover. And we've got 12 more books in the series.
We way more than 12. Did you?
We have more than 12. Okay. Yeah.
I looked the other day. There's a book there's a new book. There's 24, including the book that's coming out in this year. There's a new book.
Gosh.
So
okay, yeah, this one is like Nora Roberts then, like writing 17 books a minute.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So if I had to give a vote, I think Gabby is going to survive.
I don't know. I don't think I'm able to give a vote. I think I don't know. I wasn't super confident
I don't know either. But
I wasn't confident she was gonna die, but you guys convinced me she was gonna die, and now I'm like, I don't know. I don't know where we're at. So you think she's gonna survive? But here's the thing. I think throughout the series, at some point, what's her name? The main character, Tempe's gonna relapse, and maybe her best friend's death could be that. I think it. I mean, maybe not foreshadowing. You can have a character that is in recovery, but I think that would be. I don't know. It's a dark series. I mean, I wouldn't put it past the author.
Yeah. Yeah. This, for me, is the hardest book that we have read.
Yeah. The most difficult book. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, are we ready? Let me get the banner up. Here we go.
I am ready. Yes.
All right. I am ready too. I will see you at the end of chapter 31.
Okay.
All right.
Reading.
Okay, we're finished.
Yeah.
Well, finished with this chapter, this section,
Yeah.
which was good.
Which was good. Just so much, you know, she's finally what? Something happened?
No, I'm just waiting for what you're going to say. Crap, I'm actually trying to transfer money. All right, I'm going to wait. No.
You can do that. Do that if you need. Go ahead.
The exchange rate is not getting any better for me. So I can wait until our next reading situation. But yeah. Okay, carry on. Yes. We got information, but we didn't. She knows like, something that we don't know.
Julie or
No, I feel like Tempe has put something together in her head that I don't know what it is.
I was thinking she put together in her head what I've had in my head this whole entire time.
Which is
that like dummy guy is the killer. But what else? Like I was kind of annoyed by that because like I didn't notice anything else, but I'm also kind of sometimes oblivious. So
I was like, because she went through that whole thing where she was like all of these different pieces of the puzzle, and then she like took off. I guess I'm not, whatever has figured out, I have not figured it out.
I guess she has a theory about Gabby that we don't know yet, right? Like Gabby might be, this guy might be the killer. This like all those little details, but there's something specifically about Gabby and her situation that I don't know. That might be.
I don't know.
But it was also just a lot reading about this 15-year-old, and I don't understand why. And she said, like, I wish I could, basically just like take her home. And like, you should have 100, like, maybe not. Maybe I'm crazy. But she's going to end up a statistic. It's like, there's probably a place you could take her. Right? Like,
she's not going to go willingly. You'd have to kidnap her, right? Julie's not going with anybody except for like dude who's going to pay her.
Then pay her.
No, because Julie's smart enough to know if she goes anywhere.
Like, pay her, or I was hoping that she was going to ask how much the guy pays her.
Why?
And then just give her that amount of money
for the rest of her life.
No, I'm saying at the very least, she bought her a burger. That's amazing, great. But number one, this is a crime. You're currently witnessing someone admit to you, and you're a doctor. You're a doctor, okay? Which means I don't know if you're not on the clock right now, but you in your life you are an obligate. At least in America.
I mean, arguably, I don't know that anything Julie's doing is a crime in Canada or anywhere. The guy's not having sex with her.
It's sexual though.
But he's not having sex with her.
No, but I would think that it's not just. California's law recently changed or something like that, right? Where like it's not just like sex that is a crime. So I would hope that paying, like, isn't like exposing yourself to a minor or like doing any of that, paying someone for anything sexual, soliciting a prostitute, she is a prostitute. Those are all crimes. Those are all illegal. She's a minor.
Well, yeah, I don't know I don't know in Canada if any of it is illegal. And technically, she's basically got an OnlyFans account, right?
But that's illegal.
Just performing.
You're not allowed to do sex work.
But she's not doing sex work, is she?
Yes, she is. In my opinion, she is. I would consider that sex work.
Well, how is it different than what women are doing on OnlyFans?
It isn't. OnlyFans, in my opinion,
OnlyFans isn't illegal, is it?
No.
Is OnlyFans sex work? I actually don't know. I don't know enough about it to know.
In my opinion, OnlyFans is not illegal. That's not my opinion. My opinion, OnlyFans is 100% sex work. You are showing your body. You're selling images of your body. You're selling your body. You're selling, you do fantasies as they talked about.
But so do models. Models are
Finances.
selling their body.
It's not sexual. I do agree.
Right,
Yeah,
boy?
I
Isn't
agree.
sexual?
Here's what I think. Okay, I
It's a
think
fine
that
line. I'm being
definitely
hyper,
okay.
whatever,
I
technical.
think
But
that in our day and age, in today's day and age, what isn't sex work? That's kind of like you're selling.
I mean, you make a good point.
You're selling. You're an actor. It's physically demanding.
Right.
You go in there. They use your body. They make you do things. They make you say things. They make you act a certain way for finances. How is that not? But
Right.
if we're gonna be a little if we're gonna be like, we're not gonna be, like, what is it called? Philosophizing on that subject of capitalism. These women are selling their body in a sexual way. It's cam girl. It's I thought that was sex work. I don't know. I assumed it was. I know people talk about it like that. Because they're just doing prostituting, but not in person. Or they are doing
Mika
it.
Mika has a lot to say about this topic. Her fingers are typing furiously.
And some of these girls are collabing, which is an insane thing to take from like YouTube video collabs to that. But they are collabing with other people, other OnlyFans creators, and they're having sex for video with just like random guys. And what is it, Lily Phillips? What Lily Phillips did, right? Like that is like
I don't know anything about this. This is a whole world I really don't know anything about.
Lily Phillips is 23, 24, and she on her OnlyFans, she slept with 100 guys in 24 hours, filmed the whole entire thing, and posted it to her OnlyFans. She didn't charge any money for the video, I think, because it got more attention to her account. One of her friends, Bonnie Blue, did swimming with 1,000 guys in 12 hours.
Oh my God.
And people are like,
how that's physically possible.
I think it's like 90 seconds or 30 seconds or something like that. A guy, I think in 24 hours, it's 90 seconds with no breaks. But so people are talking about that, how it's like kind of like self-harm, like doing that's crazy.
I don't know how your body could physically do that.
And then, okay, so this is pretty off topic here, but this Lily Phillips did not do STD screenings, did not do mandatory ones. And then what else was it? They brought maybe Lugos wasn't even able to post it because she wasn't sure if all of the guys were over 18, and that would be a major crime, of course, right? So I guess it is different her doing it in person because she's not creating child, like this 15-year-old girl is not creating child pornography, but it still would be. I would consider it to be. I don't know. I think if that was filmed, it would be child pornography.
But the thing is, what is Tempe supposed to do about this? Here's what she was supposed to do: call the freaking cops.
Exactly.
Instead of calling her friend in Washington, D.C.
And her friend told her to call the cops. And what did she do?
I'm so annoyed by Tempe doing this. But I want to go back because Mika has said all of this stuff about, one, Mika thinks Tempe is going to relapse.
Yeah.
Probably. You both are probably right. I don't disagree. Okay. Oh, I think, Mika thinks Gabby is not going to make it to the end.
Okay.
Yeah, but YouTube is not going to let her say die or killed. Fair. We shouldn't probably have, our video is probably going to get like deleted. We're talking about a book. We're not talking about real life.
We are in some contexts, but not really.
Yeah.
I disagree. I mean, I guess in the comments, people saying go kill yourself or whatever, like that's what they're trying to prevent.
Yeah. But it's more monitoring the comments. Although we don't.
We should be able to have these conversations. These are important conversations, I think. I don't know. That's my opinion, but whatever.
Okay.
I don't think we should be censored. We're talking about serious subjects. We should be able to talk about that without being inappropriate. Do you mark your videos as not for your children?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. But here's Mika's point, and this is my point too. Like Tempe can't just kidnap this girl, and any place that she takes the girl's gonna run away. Right?
Okay, I didn't think I really didn't even think about that. Because if she
Like, I
said,
don't think there's
hey,
anything Tempe can do
I'll pay you double what this guy pays you
for the rest of her life.
for now, temporarily. Just
But
say,
no, but
hey,
for now, temporarily, and Tempe kidnaps her and takes her where?
Tempe takes her to
And does what with
her
her?
apartment, or Tempe takes her to a shelter, or once they find Gabby, once they figure this out, Tempe should call the police and say, hey, there is a child being in America.
Except, do you
I
think
would
the police
pray.
don't know this?
The police
I mean,
know, but they
these
don't
girls
have
are
like
not operating in the dark. I mean, in the dark they are, but they're out there on the street in public. Yeah. Everybody can see what these girls are doing, can see how old they are, can see what dire straits they're in. The cops know this.
The cops all know every single one, their name and the location they live at. We have at least one we can, report to the police.
When what are the police are going to come to her home, and the police are first going to get a warrant for her arrest.
She's a minor. She's a minor.
They're not getting a warrant for her arrest.
No, she's a minor. They should be able to put her in foster care. Not that that's better, but they should be able to.
They don't need her address to do that. She's on the street every night.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, if the police were going to do anything, they were going to do something. The police are not doing anything about this.
It can be. Here's my thing. You have to be able to be better than. You have to be able to. I would think.
No,
give that girl the money for one night.
Want to change her life, and Julie does not want to change her life.
How much? And I don't know why she didn't say how much the guy was paying her. I wish she said how much he was paying her. Because I mean, it's $2,000. I don't know, but
you think for $2,000, Julie's gonna stop doing?
Oh no! I don't think it's. I was saying in 2000, in like the 90s.
Oh.
It's probably less. I think it's probably not a lot. In Pretty Woman, she said it was $100 an hour.
Look, even if it was $2,000, do you think Julie's gonna stop what she's doing for $2,000?
Not permanently, but
no. So
I don't know.
So people have to want to change their lives to change them.
But she's a 15-year-old. I don't know.
I think there's so many girls in this kind of situation. Tempe sees lots of girls like this end up in the morgue. It sounds harsh, but I don't think Tempe can save this girl. I agree.
Yeah.
Many people share porn videos of themselves on their OnlyFans. Yes, that's what you were saying. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Wasn't it 100 guys in an hour?
Well, so Lily Phillips, I don't know, maybe it was that Lily Phillips that was doing 100? Because I remember it was 24 hours.
Anything.
It was like 16 hours or something like that. Yeah. So she talked about it. There was actually a documentary, just a random YouTuber who filmed in kind of the apartment in between, like would come in every, I don't know, 20 guys, whatever, but like, you good? You know what I mean? She was like, no. She was like, I'm fine. And then at the end, she starts crying, and she says that it's because she didn't think all the guys liked it. And everyone is like, oh my God. It's very disturbing. And
it's disturbing.
She I think got deleted, but she posted a video of what she looked like on TikTok the day after. And she was like, it was just a mess. But yeah, so it was that, and then she was going to do 1,000 in 24 hours, which was going to happen in February, but I don't think she did it because she I think she was not even able to do the 100. I think she did 101 in 24 hours, right? She's like, not doing that. So yeah, but and Bonnie Blue also, her whole thing on her OnlyFans is sleeping with 18-year-olds. Sleeping with boys that are in high school that are legal. And that's probably mainly of what she did with the 1,000.
Right. So she's Julie. You can't make someone change their life if that's what they want their life to be. Or
Yeah.
with Julie, if she's a drug addict, like
Yeah.
she is like almost too far gone to be saved. Although maybe she will be the big redemption story at the end of the day.
I hope so.
I
I don't think she will be, but I do. I don't know.
Yeah. I really, again, am annoyed by Tempe just doing her own thing.
Yes. Yes.
Like she thinks she's going to catch this guy by herself.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
No. No.
Without a gun,
Why?
without a weapon of any kind,
No.
when she's not even in the greatest shape.
No.
Like
She just
when
banged
she's
her knee up or something, right? Like she's not doing well, and she's. I mean, she's fine, but it's like you should have gone and tell the police as your friend told you. Hey, go and tell the police everything what you just told me. You know, this is not good. You know.
yeah. Like it doesn't make sense to me that she thinks this guy is as dangerous as she thinks he is.
Yeah.
And yet she's like, I'm going to go catch him. I'm just going to go catch him.
Yeah.
What? I'm
Yeah.
so annoyed with her. I'm almost so annoyed with her that I can't keep reading the book.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm like, for being such a smart woman, she's really, really not. So I don't know, like I can't get a read on her because I'm just like, she's just
I don't know. I feel like I read dumb characters all the time, so I just am like,
I
well,
feel like she's acting like a 14-year-old girl herself.
yeah. I definitely would agree with that. She's just not. Bad decisions are being made here, but
Bad decisions have been being made this whole time, which is why Ryan and Claudel and all the cops are like pissed at her.
yeah, reasonably enough, like you're not a cop. You don't know what you're doing. You're out there.
Right. You're not trained in how to do this. You're not equipped to do this. You don't know what you're walking into.
Mm-mm. No, and being around there, just walking around, looking around you. Obviously, I think you look different from the area. Is so like dangerous. Like you're sitting on the stoop for 3 hours straight in the middle of the night.
Right.
That is
Looking for a guy who has your photograph on his wall
yes,
and knows where you live.
yeah. Looking for a guy who is. I don't know if she knew she was 15, but like doing things with a 15-year-old.
Right. Right.
Like, what are we doing here? 911. Hello, help her.
I know. I'm so
Stop
annoyed
being so
with
dumb.
Tempe right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be so annoyed that I'm not even going to be glad when at the end of the book she catches the killer, because I'm going to be like,
Really?
this is so far outside of the realm of what I can even suspend my imagination on.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I'm not even going to say it because it's too terrible. I'm not even going to say it. So yeah.
Say it. Go ahead, say it.
No, I'm not going to say it. But
I think I've read dumber main characters before. I've read main characters who make worse decisions in situations just like this. AKA cozy mystery main characters. At the end of most cozy mystery books, the main character gets kidnapped by the killer. And that's what's
about to happen here.
And it happens after every single book in the series.
I hope it's fucking Claudel that comes in to save her ass. Because it would serve her right.
Yes, and she hates it. That would be interesting.
Yeah. And I hope Claudel pauses.
What?
No, I do. I hope it's Claudel that comes in and rescues her from her own stupidity. And then I hope that he holds it over her for the rest, for all the rest of the 24 books.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I
mean, that happens
this way, but I'm just like, come on.
Yeah.
Even a cop wouldn't go do this on their own.
No, they wouldn't.
Olivia Benson, is not from Law and Order. She's
Oh,
not running off looking
no,
for, psycho killers all by
absolutely
herself.
not. No, she's always with someone else. She's always with Ice-T. Is that his name?
And she has a cop outside her apartment. Like when she is like when she's part of the story, right? When somebody is after her as part of the story, she has like the NYPD protecting her. Like
Oh,
outside of her apartment all
yeah,
the time. Like she's like, I get it. This is not great. I do not want to be a victim of my own crime.
yeah,
Tempe is like, bring it.
yeah.
Well,
But
I'm
I
so
think,
scared. Oh, I'm gonna go charging into it. I don't know. I'm so
yeah,
again annoyed. So we need to read some more to stop
yeah.
me from being annoyed or to increase my annoyance to like, I don't know, where my head pops off or something. I don't know. Am I the only one annoyed by this?
I'm annoyed, but not as annoyed as you are. I'm definitely less annoyed.
Okay.
You're like a 10 out of 10 annoyed.
I'm 10 out of 10 on this. Because
I'm
and
like
I even did from the very beginning of the book. The very first time she like went off on her own to the graveyard looking for the ex, got herself knocked unconscious.
Yeah. I think I maybe am more annoyed by that than going where she did today. Because to me, that was like ridiculous. This, you could, I don't know. I feel I'm more concerned about that 50, and it's ridiculous. I don't know why I am, but more concerned about that 15-year-old girl than I am annoyed at Tempe for doing what she did today.
Yeah. I mean, that 15-year-old girl. So do we think Gabby is dead? Because I'm thinking that 15-year-old girl might go the way of Gabby. Like they might both not make it till the end of the book. I
I
don't know.
think I don't know. Part of this thing when he was saying we need to make sure Gabby's okay, you need to tell the police. I was thinking it was gonna be like we're gonna like try to save her at the last minute kind of thing. So I think she was gonna survive, but she didn't. I thought she was gonna go and tell the police, and she didn't. So maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Mika's not as annoyed as I am. I'm used to it. In the last two crime novels I've read, both protagonists ran off to investigate on their own.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what mainly happens with these code mysteries. With code mysteries, so yeah. That also something similar that happened in no. Well, kind of. In Legacy. She knocks on that woman's door and is like, "Hey, is your brother there?" And then gets that girl tortured in a bathroom for weeks on end.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Right, so she knocks. So I think the main character, or some maybe a police officer or whatever, knocks on the door like, "Hey, is your brother there? Hey, what's going on with your brother?" And then she's like, "Oh, he's not home." And then she's like, the police goes in like the police were looking for you. And he walks downstairs, and then he like beats her up and like smashes her head against the toilet, and then locks her in the bathroom.
I do not remember this.
Here's the other thing. I'm also insane, and I always misremember things. Like, I'm like, oh, there's a crucial scene in the show. And then I'm telling my mom, like, I can't wait until we watch the scene. It's so crucial. And then we rewatch it together. And I'm like, what do you mean that never happened? So,
I mean, I remember like her friend getting murdered.
the mom.
No, the daughter. Or maybe I'm thinking of a different Nora Roberts book.
What daughter gets murdered in what?
The one with the where like the Russian mob.
That was the witness.
Oh, okay. So that's what I'm thinking of. Legacy. I
Her
don't remember there
friend
being
got
any
murdered.
violence, any killing in Legacy.
Her
Oh, at the beginning
no,
where
at the end. It wasn't that, no. And I think you're talking about her friend gets murdered in Witness at the beginning. It's at
yeah,
the beginning when she gets shot in the head or whatever by the Russian mob, and then that starts
yeah.
run. Yeah. Which is in the synopsis of Witness, so we're not spoiling anything, but we will be spoiling Legacy. It's towards the end of Legacy.
Yeah. I don't remember there being
And it's like
in Legacy. Other than that at the beginning.
what was at the beginning of Legacy? Oh yeah, the throwing them down the stairs thing.
Yeah. That the first time whatever met her father, he tried to kill her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Every single one of my devices is like at 5%. So, and I have one plug.
Okay.
So I am literally just going to go, I'm going to let this charge for a minute and then I will let this charge for, I'm just like all over the place.
Yeah.
All right. Should we keep reading? Hopefully, so here's what I think is going to happen next, based on what happened the last time.
Okay.
I think she's going to go home and Gabby is just going to be there.
Okay.
Right? Like we have this all built up in our head. Gabby's dead. Gabby's dead. What's going to happen to Gabby?
Yeah.
And then Gabby just shows up and she's perfectly fine. So I'm not going to get too worked up about Gabby.
Okay. Good.
Although I could be wrong. I don't know.
Oh,
Right,
I think we can read 3 chapters.
Three?
So the next
Okay.
chapter is like 23 minutes long, and then it's 14, and then it's 9.
Oh, yeah, let's do 3. Okay, 32, 33,
36.
and 34.
Yeah.
Okay, and say done when you finish 34. Okay, cool.
Yes.
All right, are we ready? I love it. Mika's like, yeah, it doesn't bother me anymore. This is how these kinds of stories go. And these stories, this genre is not my genre. So maybe that's why I'm reacting a little bit more, I don't know, outrageously, because I'm just not used to this.
Yeah.
I'm not used to female detective, or else she's not a female detective. This is the problem.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I am done.
I might be wrong about these chapter lengths. I'm sorry.
Oh,
So we're reading chapter 33. No, chapter 32.
For me in the book, but I don't know what that is for you.
It's one more, right? Yes.
So 33, 34, 35.
Yeah, I'm reading 33, which is 27 minutes long. 33, 34 is, yeah, I'm right. Sorry, I was.
And then the next one's 9.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we don't want to read just 9.
No.
So let's put them all together. That's actually good. It's only a quarter after.
33.
I think we have time.
35, which should be 36.
Yeah.
No, wait, 35. Okay, I'm wrong. 35, which should be 34 for you guys. Okay, that's perfect. There you go. So confused for a second. I'm also betting now because it's underneath the table. The TV. Sorry about that. Okay.
All right. All right. I will see you after chapter 34, 35.
Okay. Happy reading.
Bye. Okay.
Wow.
I mean, the hits just keep on coming.
I know. And it's like, I really wasn't expecting that to happen. And then it just happened. It was just like, and then and we got the same warnings we got last time when we thought it was going to happen. The million times we suspected it was going to happen. And we found Gabby's body here. And it was just like, it's just insane. Let me show the window. Here.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Lawn mowing. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I knew the minute she started talking about like not like downgrading the severity or the whatever, I was like, yeah, she's not gonna do like this is bad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I wasn't expecting that to happen in this chapter, honestly. I really did not think Gabby was going to die in this book. But here we are. I don't know. How annoying was she in this chapter for you?
At the beginning, super annoying because I was like, why is she not telling this task force? Like, she's in a meeting where they're all talking about what they know.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is she not telling them what she thinks she knows? So I was super annoyed, but then she did tell them.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I don't know what was taking her so long to do this.
Yeah.
And then it all turned because then she was talking like, if I'd only known, would I have like sabotaged my friend's safety? And I was like, well, now we know what's happening next.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's yeah. And then
I was expecting for her to come home and find Gabby dead and dismembered at the house. Only because of whatever was going on in her garage. Like somebody's been in her garage, right? With the beeping.
Okay.
With the door being like slightly ajar. Right? And she was like, oh, I got to tell my landlord, like something's wrong with the alarm system. And I was like, nothing's wrong with your alarm system. What are you doing?
And then she found those papers. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was expecting her to come home that night and Gabby was going to be dead in the house, but she wasn't. So I was like, oh, and there's nobody in the house. Okay, maybe I'm just being paranoid.
I don't know. I don't know. I also feel like, so for me, I feel like she wasn't being annoying in these chapters. She's being real. Like, I don't know. I reading them, like, she's very much of like, not these are the emotions you would have. I don't know what emotions you'd have, but like, I don't know. She seemed, I don't know, kind of like, I like when characters are written like real human beings who are like complex and like have their problems and their feelings and stuff like that. So I don't know. I didn't mind her in these chapters. I didn't think she was like being annoying or whatever. But oh, wow, it was kind of unexpected. I'm listening to the audiobook and I'm like, oh, something's gonna happen soon. Gabby's gonna get killed. Gabby's gonna get kidnapped soon. And then it's like the next chapter is like, and we found Gabby's body. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
no.
I think she was very sympathetic in the last couple chat. Like once we got to the point where like yeah, we know Gabby's gone. Or once we got to the point where we know he's got Gabby and then we know Gabby's dead. Like she was a very sympathetic character. And I felt like they tried to make her sympathetic. Like she tried to explain why this was personal for her, but I still don't get it. I read that paragraph like 5 times because I was like, I still don't understand why you're acting the way you are. Because wouldn't this be every case you have? I mean, why are like, what's going on? Are you having a breakdown? I think she needs to have a drink. I think her sobriety, like she's cracking. She's not able to handle, which I don't think I would either. Like I said, that's not a job I could do.
No, yeah. I did think that thing she said was very like forced. I'm like, why are we like? You're attached to the case because you're attached to the case. I don't need to like have you talk about this. Like I don't know. It just felt
Well, and I was like, "Are you trying to justify it?" But it's not. I was like, "I really wanna understand why
yeah,
you're acting like an idiot on these cases,"
yeah,
but I still don't.
yeah,
It just didn't explain anything to me other than her saying, "Yeah, terrible things are happening to this woman, and I can't separate my emotions because that makes me not human." And I'm like, "Okay, but why do you have to solve the crime on your own
yeah. Hmm.
without, like, actually using the police to help you?"
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Um, all right, so Mika's got a question. Do we think the regular customer is the murderer? Because now they're going like, they have a warrant for this guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Do we think he's the actual murderer?
Yes.
Mika's like, "Oh, you think yes."
I
Mika,
think he is. Mika saying no. Yeah. What do you think, Vivian?
I think he is not because that would be too easy.
But we did
But we're
say
at the
you
end of
guys
the book,
said it
so
would
I
be
don't
too
if he's
easy
not the killer, I don't know who the killer is
for
because
the
we're
kid
at
in the
we're at the end of
apartment.
the book.
I think, and here's the thing, we like you know we are at the end of the book basically, right? So like it might not be too easy. We are. I think that's a wrong thing. 74% think is inaccurate. I don't know, but
Mine says 77%.
okay. So we're basically right there. We have very little left. I don't know. I don't think. I don't know.
You know,
I don't
if
think
it's
it's too
not him,
easy.
we have no other leads to go on. Like,
Yeah.
we have nothing else. So I think it has to be him, but
Yeah.
I am curious to see how they're gonna put it together.
Mhm.
I'm curious to see how they established oh, no, I know how they established probable cause for the
But
warrant because, Julie was saying that well, actually, I don't know because I don't know why she thinks that maybe I missed something in her conversation with Julie, but I don't I know why she assumes that the guy that Julie met up with is the nightgown slasher,
yeah.
but I don't know why I don't know what evidence there is of that, as
Um.
opposed to him just being her drug dealer or her brother or, like, just some regular
I don't know what
guy.
hard evidence they have, but
Yeah.
I would say evidence of, hey, he was stalking Gabby.
How do we know he was stalking Gabby? How do we know that the guy in that apartment was stalking Gabby? We know somebody we know that the
Because
guy
their description matches. Their description matches.
wait, what description?
I don't know.
Oh,
I thought
I
their
was like, "Wait,
description
I
of
missed something."
I thought the description of he's creepy. Now that's not a reason for a warrant, but maybe
Well,
there
why is
is
he creepy? He hasn't done anything creepy. He walked into a bar. He walked out of a bar. He walked into an apartment.
because
He
he
walked
looks
out of the
creepy.
apartment. He walked into another apartment and, like, went to bed. Like, there's nothing creepy about that. He was with a hooker. Like, he could be
Maybe
anyone. I don't know why we think he's the dummy nightgown.
well, if he's not the dummy guy, he's the killer. Or
How yeah,
if we're
why
focusing
can't
on the killer part of it,
he wait, how do we know that though? Why can't
here's
he
what I'm
just be
thinking.
Julie's drug dealer?
Here's what I'm
How do
thinking.
we know he's the nightgown guy?
We don't. I don't think they're focusing on the nightgown part right now. I think they're
That's the
focusing.
only reason why they're going to arrest this guy is because they think he is the guy that Julie is in her nightgown and he's jacking off with a knife.
But they think he's also the killer, the serial killer.
No, they think that the nightgown guy
Yeah.
is also the serial killer. I'm
Yes.
trying to figure out why they think the nightgown guy is the same guy that Julie was wandering around the street with and going into apartments with.
Because he was exhibiting the same behaviors as
No,
the
no, 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 not
guy.
no, no, no.
Yes, he
Why
was.
do
Yes, he was. I
no,
think
you're not listening to the question.
go ahead, sorry.
Why do they think the guy that Julie met up with that night
Mm-hmm.
is the same guy that Julie was telling Tempe likes to watch her, was stalking Gabby. Why do they think it's the same guy?
Okay.
Why do they think?
Now that's a good question. I assumed it was the same guy, but maybe they can't assume, right?
Everyone's assuming it's the same guy, but I don't know why Tempe is so sure.
I think I thought they were going to. So maybe I interpreted this wrong. I'm sorry, but maybe this will be a thing. Maybe this will be it was a completely different guy, and that's why the book's gonna go on for another almost
13%.
Yeah. So
yeah, I think this guy is going to be her drug dealer.
Yeah.
Or her brother. Or her pimp, whatever, something. I think he's not going to be the nightgown guy.
Yeah. The other thing is, she said
like 3:00 in the morning, right? And this is at 8:00 in the afternoon, or in the afternoon. I don't know. That's why I'm confused why Tempe is so sure.
Julie made it seem like she was only with the nightgown guy.
I agree with that. Right, that's the only guy she's doing sex work with.
Yes, she did say, I am, at least he doesn't want to, F. Okay, right?
Right.
This kind of implies that she's with guys that are doing that, which is probably most of what, they're doing out there. Most of them are doing out there.
She's got tracks on her arm, so she's clearly drugs of some sort.
True. Yeah.
So she's got a drug dealer somewhere, and the guy was carrying a bag.
That's what that meant when she said there's like maggot lines on her veins.
That's what I took it as.
Okay.
But yeah. I could be wrong, but that's what I took it as.
Oh my God, that's actually so sad.
Which is why she's so like skinny and cadaver-like and gray. That's what I took it as, is that she was already like deep into the drugs.
Okay. But
I could be wrong. But
I'm very gullible, or very, not, my mind doesn't immediately go to that. So, yeah. But I don't know. I thought the house they were going to with the warrant was the other guy.
The nightgown guy. What are we calling him? The dummy guy, the nightgown guy. I can't remember what everybody's calling him.
I think they're calling him the dummy, or the dummy stabber, or whatever the hell it is. But I mean, I think we get it when we say the nightgown guy or the dummy guy. At least I do.
Because I think the dummy guy and the nightgown guy are the killer.
Yes. Agreed.
And I think the dummy guy and the nightgown guy is the guy that killed Gabby.
Yes. And is Gabby stalker.
I mean, I'll be interested to see who the guy that they're going to arrest is.
It could just be a guy they want evidence from. Now, I thought...
No, I think they think he's
okay.
I think they think he's the killer. And that's how they were able to get the warrant.
I thought we saw the dummy guy, like that guy. I thought we saw him. Like, I thought when they were walking in the street, that guy was standing outside of like the balcony or whatever, like smoking. I thought
it was just his back. Like she saw, but even then, like it's not like he.
Yeah, and you're just going off the fact
saw Julie put on a negligee like through the window.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
I mean, the guy seemed gross, right? That he's hocking up a loogie and spitting it on the street. I just think that's gross. Yeah. I know men do this. I know women do this. I just find it to be super gross.
Yes.
All right. So Mika says, yes, the garage thing. Tempe, this is not a malfunction. I'm sure the murderer was in the house. Maybe taking the picture. And maybe that will lead him to the daughter.
Yeah. So he's probably going to, because of the picture that was in the grave.
If he doesn't already have the daughter.
Yeah.
We haven't heard from her in a while.
No, we haven't. You're probably right about that calling thing.
And I mean, maybe I get that Tempe is like distraught right now. Mm-hmm. But if my friend had been murdered and there was a picture of me and my daughter with her,
yeah,
I think I would immediately be on the phone to my daughter going, and I would not stop calling her phone until she picked it up.
Yeah. Mm. Or go there.
This would freak me out. Yeah. I literally would just be pressing redial.
Or calling people into life, calling the school, because the
Calling
school can
dad.
get a hold of her.
Yeah.
Calling dad, calling the police in the area, having those police talk to those police if that's possible.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe because Julie always meets with the guy on the same weekday. Because I do think she did say that.
On the Friday, right? Friday and
She didn't say
Thursday?
what time.
No, she didn't.
And this seems kind of early. Like it was 8:30 or something, 8:40 in the evening. That seems kind of early for a tryst. But what do I know? It's been, years since I walked the street. I don't know what time the trysts happen. But yeah, like I almost feel like people are jumping to conclusions.
Yeah, which we should have done earlier, which would have saved Gabby.
Right. This might be the one exception. Or it might be like, I think this guy is going to be her drug dealer. I don't know. I could be wrong. Or I think it's going to be her brother. Or I think it's going to be somebody completely benign, right? Because that's how he's going to get off. He's going to be, no, Julie's my sister or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I also thought the marks on her arms were from drug use.
Okay. Yeah.
Viv, find a podcast and go for your walk.
Did you hear that? Alexa, it's time to go. 7:00. Oh my God. I don't want to stop though. How close are we to being done? Oh, we still have so much more to go.
My book says we're 81%. Well, we'll read tomorrow.
Hang on. How many chapters do we have? Hang on.
So today we read
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 more chapters.
Okay, so are you guys available?
5 today.
No. Guys available not anymore throughout the weekend?
Let me see what's going on this weekend.
I'm available whenever, really, always. So if we can't do any more today.
We can't do any more today. I can't go late tomorrow either.
Okay.
I can maybe do Saturday. Mika, What do you have going on Saturday? Tina, what do you have going on Saturday?
I have nothing going on Saturday, I don't think. Yeah.
Mika, what do you have going on Saturday? Mika's starving. She needs to eat. Not on Friday, not on Sunday.
Maybe Saturday then?
Maybe Saturday.
Yeah, I don't think I should stay any longer either. I need to call the vet and ask them some questions before they close at 4. So
okay, well, let's talk about this tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good.
We're definitely going tomorrow, regular time on your channel.
Yes, I have that scheduled.
And we'll talk about whether we're going to go on Saturday or whether we have to wait for the end until Wednesday.
Yeah, 4 chapters. So we'll read 4 at the least. We might read up to 6.
Right.
So then we'll have 3. If we read, we read 5 chapters, then we'll have 4 for Wednesday or Saturday if we, whatever we end up.
Which actually is not crazy, but to think that we'd have to wait a week.
Yeah, it must be at the end of the book.
At the end of the book, yeah. Unless in the chapters we read tomorrow, we figure it all out. It's all figured out. And the last few chapters are just like
we're going on a date with Ryan or something.
Something that can wait. I can wait until next week for the date with Ryan or for her relapse or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So let's sign off for today. And we'll talk about Saturday tomorrow.
Okay. Well,
that gives us time to figure this out. All right. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Have a nice night.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye. Bye.